This is live from New Delhi. You're watching DT India Live. DT India, India's voice to the world. I'm Sakal Bhatt, and coming up in the next 30 minutes. India celebrates its 75th Constitution Day. Indian President Droupadi Murmu addresses joint sitting of the Parliament. Pakistan Army issues shoot-at-sight orders after protest by Imran Khan's party kills 4 security personnel. Fresh strikes hit Beirut as Israel and Lebanon officials indicate ceasefire deal is close. India is celebrating its Constitution Day today, a milestone that shaped the democratic framework of the country. Indian President Droupadi Murmu addressed a joint sitting of both houses of Parliament, commemorating the 75th year of the adoption of the India's Constitution. Addressing parliamentarians, the President of India noted that the Constitution is a living and progressive document, highlighting through the Constitution that we have achieved the goals of social justice and inclusive development.
आज हम सब एक ऐतिहासिक अवसर के भागीदार भी बन गए हैं और साक्षी भी। 75 वर्ष पहले संविधान सदन के इसी केंद्रीय कक्ष में आज ही के दिन संविधान सभा ने नवस्वाधीन देश के लिए संविधान निर्माण का बहुत बड़ा कार्य संपन्न किया था। उस दिन संविधान सभा के माध्यम से हम भारत के लोगों ने इस संविधान को अपनाया, अधिनियमित किया और आत्मार्पित किया था। हमारे संविधान हमारे लोकतांत्रिक गणतंत्र की सुदृढ़ आधारशिला है।
In his speech, Vice President of India, Jagdeep Dhankar, said that this is an occasion to reflect on our Constitution's core values, noting that the Constitution has effectively anchored Indian democracy.
As we celebrate 75 years since Bharat adopted its constitution, a remarkable achievement for the world's largest and most dynamic democracy. Our nation thrives with remarkable economic growth, robust infrastructure, widespread digital adoption, all getting international recognition and accolades. These achievements are vindication that our Constitution has effectively anchored Indian democracy.
Marking the celebrations, Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla noted that India's Constitution is the result of years of sacrifice, ingenuity and strength, as well as ability of our people.
हमारा संविधान हमारे मनीषियों की वर्षों की तप, त्याग, विद्वता, सामर्थ्य और क्षमता का परिणाम है। इसी केंद्रीय कक्ष में लगभग 3 वर्षों के कठिन परिश्रम के बाद उन्होंने देश की भौगोलिक और सामाजिक विविधताओं को एक सूत्र में बांधने वाला संविधान बनाया। संविधान सभा में अलग अलग विचारधारा के लोग सदस्य थे। इसके बावजूद भी उन्होंने पूरी गरिमा और मर्यादा से अपनी सहमति असहमति व्यक्त करते हुए संविधान की रचना की। सार्थक एवं गरिमापूर्ण संवाद की इस उत्कृष्ट परंपरा को हमें अपने सदनों में भी अपनाना चाहिए।
Prime Minister of India Narendra Modi and other leaders also attended Constitution Day celebrations at the Central Hall of Samvidhan Sadan, the old Parliament building. And as part of the Constitution Day celebrations, President of India Droupadi Murmu released a commemorative coin and stamp. 2 books titled Making of the Constitution of India, A Glimpse, and Making of the Constitution of India and Its Glorious Journey were also unveiled. Additionally, a booklet dedicated to the art of the Indian Constitution was released, and a short film tracing the Constitution's making, historical importance and evolution was also screened for attendees. Maithili and Sanskrit versions of the Constitution text were also released on the occasion. President Droupadi Murmu also led the ceremonial reading of the preamble of the Constitution at the Central Hall of the Parliament. Today marks the adoption of the Indian Constitution by the Constituent Assembly way back in 1949, and this day is a tribute to the framers of the document. Constitution Day is also known as Samvidhan Divas in India. More in this report.
Preamble of the Constitution. We, the people of India, have solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic, and to secure to all its citizens justice, social, economic and political, liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith and worship, equality of status and of opportunity, and to promote among them all fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual and the unity and integrity of the nation. In our Constituent Assembly, this 26th day of November 1949, do hereby adopt, enact and give to ourselves this Constitution. 75 years ago, on 26th of November 1949, in the Central Hall of Parliament building, through the members of the Constituent Assembly, we the people of India adopted, enacted and gave to ourselves the Constitutions. The Constitution of India is enshrined as the foundation of the world's largest democracy. It is the supreme law within the framework of our democratic system, and it consistently guides us in our endeavors. The Constitution is both the source of our democratic governance system and a guiding force. We the people is an invitation, a pledge, a faith. This sentiment expressed in the Constitution is the original sentiment of India, which has been the mother of democracy in the world. This sentiment is also visible in the Republic of Vaishali and in the hymns of the Vedas. Our democracy resonates in our Constitution. Provisions have also been included to permit necessary amendments that satisfy future generations' needs in our endeavors in ensuring that the Constitution remains relevant over time.
This Constitution is flexible, and the beauty is this, in the spirit, in the preamble. This Constitution is our pride, and I can say that this Constitution is the best Constitution, and it has superiority over other constitutions.
We have adopted the best practices from the constitutions of other countries. Moreover, the values of our ancient heritage and the ideals of our struggle for independence can also be seen in our Constitution. Our Constitution is for the people of India, by the people of India, and of the people of India. It is a national document that also reflects the democratic systems prevalent in our ancient Indian republics and other Buddhist communities.
It's a very wonderful, beautiful provision. If all countries could adopt Article 51C or its spirit and behaved accordingly in their relations with each other, we would have a much better world. Respect for international law, for example. It is the lack of respect for international law that is causing the conflicts and wars that are going on at the moment.
The people of India are worthy of congratulations for the values and respect that the Indian Constitution has earned over the past 75 years. Similarly, the three branches of the central and state governments, namely the legislature, the executive and the judiciary, are deserving of congratulations. Strengthening the relationship and coordination between the union and the states, India's journey towards cooperative federalism is a living example of the dynamism of our Constitution. Today, we have a great opportunity to express our gratitude to the architects of our Constitution who have provided for peaceful, revolutionary changes through constitutional amendments. It should be hoped that by being vigilant about this constitutional standard and living up to our constitutional ideas, we will succeed in establishing India as the ideal democracy in the world. Bureau Report, DD India.
In other news, the National Investigation Agency has launched probes into 3 major cases of violence in Manipur, following directions from the Union Home Ministry. The cases, registered on 13th November, aim to uncover a larger conspiracy behind the brutal attacks and the strife-torn strike. The first case, involving the burning of houses and the murder of 6 people, including women and children, at Borobekra. The second concerns 11th November militant attack on CRPF post and police stations in Jiribam. The third case relates to the murder of a woman in Jiribam by armed militants. NIA teams visited the sites on 21st and 22nd November to begin these investigations, with case documents being transferred from local police to the agency. India observes 16th anniversary of the horrific 26/11 terror attack in Mumbai, which took place in 2008. As many as 166 people lost their lives and over 300 were injured after 10 terrorists from Pakistan launched simultaneous attacks in several parts of the Maharashtra city. The heroics of the Indian Army and Mumbai police led to all the Pakistani terrorists being eliminated.
26th of November, a day that shook India but also ignited a fire of resilience and resolve. India promised to never let history repeat itself. From the surgical strikes in Pakistan, occupied Kashmir and Balakot, to counter-insurgency operations on the Myanmar border, India's message was clear. We defend with precision and strike with conviction. To secure our borders and our people, the 2024-25 defence budget stands at 6.22 lakh crore, the highest among all ministries. This includes 1,72,000 crore rupees for capital acquisition and 92,088 crore rupees for operational readiness. Atmanirbhar Bharat, India has become a global leader in defence manufacturing. BrahMos missiles and Hull Tejas fighter jets to INS Vikrant and bulletproof jackets, we are creating for the world and securing ourselves. Our future is in cutting-edge technology, AI-driven defense systems, hypersonic missiles, and state-of-the-art drones. India is not just defending its borders, but reshaping global security standards. From November 26th to today, India stands tall, strong, secure, and self-reliant. This is the story of a nation that never backs down.
And now let's take a look at the other stories making news. A high-level committee under the chairmanship of India's Home Minister Amit Shah has approved rupees 1,015.67 crore for a disaster mitigation and capacity building projects for various states. The high-level committee has also approved the National Landslide Risk Mitigation Project in 15 landslide-prone states in the country. India's Union Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan has inaugurated 227 gender resource centers in 13 states under the Nai Chetna 3.0 campaign on Monday. On the occasion, the minister asserted that the government is working towards the social, economic, political and educational empowerment of women. Chief Minister of Indian State of Kerala, Pinarayi Vijayan, will inaugurate Huddle Global 2024, the country's flagship startup festival organized by Kerala Startup Mission on 28th of November. The three-day event, packed with deliberations, presentations and engaging conversations, aim to impart greater scale and speed to Kerala's fast-growing startup ecosystem. A media review of the Indian economy 2024-25 was organized by India International Centre in New Delhi on Tuesday. The panel of eminent economists deliberated over the key economic indicators and data. The experts say that the economic growth is moderating. With financial year 25, it is likely to see 6.5 to 7% growth rate. A number of external factors from regional conflicts to the new Trump administration in the US could have a bearing on India's economy growing forward.
The economy was growing at a reasonably impressive pace in the post-COVID period, but recent times it seems the economy is slowing down a bit because there is a demand slowdown. So my pessimism would be that there is a demand problem in the economy, particularly with consumption and investment demand slowing down. The optimism would be that India has actually weathered the external vulnerabilities much better. So we are probably better poised to deal with external challenges coming forward. Agriculture has been doing much better because over the last 1 year or so, we have had very good monsoons. So agriculture is picking up. Services sector, it's slowing down a little bit, but by and large, it is the best performing sector in the economy. It also contributes 50% of GDP. Manufacturing, however, is the concern because that's slowing down.
In Colombo, the World Sri Lanka 2024 conference on the potential of the blue economy in the Indian Ocean region highlighted regional cooperation and sustainability. Organized by Sri Lanka's Export Development Board, the conference underlines the blue economy's importance, which accounts for 4% to India's GDP and 95% of global trade by volume. India's G20 presidency has prioritized building a sustainable and resilient blue economy in the region.
Solar Alliance, for which India and Sri Lanka both are partners. Sri Lanka is being helped with capacity building, with financing and with actual execution by setting up the solar parks and developing the solar capacity, which is now 966 megawatts in Sri Lanka. Whether it is port infrastructure where Indian corporates are involved, whether it's rail infrastructure, whether it is energy infrastructure, India is sharing their capacity, the finances, and the volumes are growing. So I foresee that this neighborhood first policy, along with increasing trade and commerce, is going to be a win-win situation for both the countries.
Well, a dazzling opening ceremony marked the commencement of the 3rd Global Media Congress today at the Abu Dhabi National Exhibition Centre, bringing together international media leaders, experts and innovators for a 3-day exploration of industry trends and opportunities. Organised by the ADNEC Group in partnership with the Emirates News Agency, Government of UAE, the Congress operates under the theme Shaping Future Media and aims to create a roadmap for innovative media content that aligns with the UAE's vision of diverse and sustainable media economy. The event features an exhibition showcasing cutting-edge technologies and innovative solutions from established international brands and emerging startups. A key focus of this year's Congress is the transformative impact of artificial intelligence on the news industry, alongside discussions about evolving business models and the importance of diversity and inclusion of media production. Training workshops form a significant component of the Congress, offering participation opportunities to develop new skills and strengthen existing capabilities in response to emerging media challenges. Industry leaders will share their expertise on modern technologies and methods for anticipating the future of media work, with particular emphasis on the application of artificial intelligence technologies. And still to come on this edition of DD India, coming up next, Russia claims capturing another village in Ukraine's Kharkiv region. Legal relief for US President-elect Donald Trump.
Complex issues, hidden agendas, twists and turns, strategic games. We think all dots are linked. We just need to connect them. Join me every week as I connect the dots to unravel hidden designs in statecraft, mysteries, and decode issues that matter to you. Watch Connecting the Dots with me at these times on DD India.
You're watching DD India Live. I'm Sakal, but let's move on to some more news and updates. India's Ministry of External Affairs on Tuesday has expressed deep concern over the arrest and denial of bail to Chinmoy Das. The NIA says the incident follows the multiple attacks on Hindus and other minorities by extremist elements in Bangladesh. It added that it is unfortunate that while the perpetrators of these incidents remain at large, charges have been pressed against a religious leader presenting legitimate demands through peaceful gatherings. India also notes with concern the attack on the minorities protesting peacefully against the arrest of Chinmoy Das. Staying with Bangladesh, in Bangladesh, law enforcers have charged batons and fired sound grenades on devotees and followers of ISKCON Pandrik Dham's Chinmoy Das Brahmachari, who had gathered on the premises of Chittagong Magistrates Court demanding the release of their leader. Earlier on Tuesday, Chittagong Metropolitan Court passed an order to send Chinmoy Prabhu, who is also a spokesperson of the Bangladesh Samilita Santani Jagran Manch, to jail after rejecting his bail plea. He was arrested by Dhaka police on Monday from Dhaka airport while he reached there to catch a flight for Chittagong. Shifting focus to Pakistan, where protests in Pakistan's capital Islamabad have turned violent as authorities used tear gas to disperse supporters of jailed Prime Minister Imran Khan, the former Prime Minister Imran Khan, on Tuesday. 4 paramilitary troops were reportedly killed in the demonstrations today, with the government blaming the death on protesters' vehicles. Imran Khan followers had marched to the capital demanding his release and the government's resignation before clashing with security forces. The Interior Ministry warned of a possible curfew and troop deployment to contain the unrest. Let's get you some updates from West Asia conflict now, where Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is expected to convene the high-level security cabinet in Tel Aviv on Tuesday evening to approve a U.S. planned 60-day ceasefire with the Hezbollah group in Lebanon after more than a year of war. Netanyahu signaled his potential approval for emerging ceasefire with Hezbollah during a security consultation with Israeli officials on Sunday night. On the contrary, Israel carried out fresh strikes on Lebanon's capital. Hezbollah too also has resumed rocket fire on Israel. White House National Security spokesperson John Kirby says on Monday that they are close, but nothing is done until everything is done. Meanwhile, Lebanon's Foreign Minister Abdullah Bou Habib says he hoped a ceasefire to end fighting between Israel and Lebanese armed group Hezbollah would be agreed by Tuesday night.
To stop it, because the country was paralyzed. Although it is in few parts of the country the fighting was, but the country as a whole is paralyzed.
Prime Minister of India Narendra Modi is participating in Constitution Day celebrations at